Alright, third video of my new to me 1982 Triumph TR8, number 13 before they stopped making them and went out of business. They made 69 in 1982 of the TR8 model. I have number 57 out of 69. And I just cleared out, you'll have to excuse the dust and dirt, I just cleared out all the extra parts and stuff the guy had. You saw all the trunk packed up with it. Well, here it is. So he says this isn't going up and down like it should, so I just manually put it down. I don't really need that. I just like the sound of the TR8. But look, it has the original speaker, right? Now maybe the wires were replaced over time, but I don't know if they were or not. But you know, these could very well be the original wires. Those maybe look like the original wires. But nice battery. Obviously, I don't think this is original, but you know, carpet. Look at that, fits perfectly, man. Now, if I lift up the battery and I can unroll this little bit right underneath where the battery is, which I can understand why he didn't do it, because if the battery leaks or something, you know, the carpet won't get too messed up. So I'm still deciding if I want to do that. Lights, you know, the side tail lights. Or the side marker lights, I should say, not tail lights, sorry. But I mean, it looks pretty dang clean in here. And in case you're wondering, no, this is not rust. Look, it literally just scrapes right off. So, whatever it is, it's not rust. You can't just scrape rust off like that. Right? So I can get that cleaned up pretty easy. Man. This thing is awesome. Obviously gonna need some new lights in here. Not worried about that though. Still got the original sticker, the original paint. Let's go over here to the engine. Now obviously that needs to be repainted or just sanded down and left, you know, nice silver finish to match the car, right? And I could paint those or just wash them, and they look pretty clean. So obviously new hoses and stuff. Obviously you can see these were replaced, you know, not probably because they just wanted to have clean looking things there, because you could have cleaned the other ones, or you know, they have metal buff and metal polish and stuff like that, but probably because they had to. So that's done. So you can see it's pretty OEM, except for, like I said, stuff that had to be replaced, you know, probably was. Like, for instance, ooh, is that a catch can? I'll have to check that out. I don't think it's a catch can, but you never know. Does going with the spark plug, so you know, I'm a backyard mechanic, but not a real good mechanic as far as, like, I know how to do oil changes and stuff, but when it comes to all this fancy stuff. Oh, is that your horn? Yeah, but it's not laying there, it's screwed in there. But I'm like, stuff like that, I couldn't tell you what it is. Leave it in the comments if you know. But look, I mean, these all look good. I don't see any cracks on the hoses and stuff, so that's pretty good. You don't see any rust under here, it's just dirt. You know, stuff that can be scraped off pretty easily. See, not rust. So, engine things looking pretty good. It's got something, there was a hole cut out there for something. I don't know. Maybe so you get better airflow to that, I'm guessing. Huh. Not exactly sure. Someone's on a little gas-powered moped. Little motorcycle over there. You know, my car's louder than his, I guarantee you, though his is pretty loud. So it's a pretty cool engine with the original stickers. And it was originally Canadian, because they shipped to 69 all to Canada. And they were all fuel injected. None of the 1982s were carbureted. And so I'm just going to leave it the way it came. I could switch it to carbureted. A lot of people are saying, why don't you switch it to carbureted like the 81 you had? Because then it wouldn't be all stock. Keeping it this way, it's all stock, and I'll get a little better gas mileage when I'm going to the car shows and stuff. I wonder what that is over there. It's not connected to anything. It's just laying there, and it goes up in there. If you know what that is, let me know. I think it's part of maybe what all this is up in here. It's got some interesting. That's dry. So that's not oil. It's, well, maybe it's just dried up oil. Interesting. It's coming from like this area. Interesting, but maybe that's what happened when these broke, maybe. And it was cleaned, and just there's that little gook left in there. Not exactly sure what that hose is, but I'll figure it out. All the original stickers, nice. So let's get it started up. We'll do that in my next video, because I know that's what you're all waiting for.